Hello crafters, this is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and today I have two product spotlights and a tutorial on how to put together this cute layering blended flower from Altenew called Hill Blossoms, and also super duper cute little polka dot mini slimline die set. Alrighty crafters, let's take a deeper look into this product spotlight. Let's get started. Alrighty, so I had shown you this in a recent haul. I got this from scrapbook.com. I believe the stencil is in stock. I think the die may be out of stock, but I will link it below. I know it's both in stock at Altenew, so I'll link Altenew as well. But if you get it from scrapbook.com, at least you can pick up other things. That's one thing I like about it, the one-stop shopping. And maybe a freebie, and maybe a little discount in the price, right? And also, other, like I said, little other things like Pink Fresh Studio Gems. Anyway, alrighty, so this was out of stock for a little while, but like I said, now it looks like it's coming back, just like everything else. A lot of these companies have been saying that they have been just having delays in manufacturing, delays in shipping. So sometimes when you see something, if you can go for it, go for it. Hopefully you can do, you know, PayPal paying for or Afterpay to kind of, you know, stretch it out. But this is a cute set. It's the die with the flowers, so you can layer up the flower. Let me see if there's a photograph. There's a photograph, but this is not a really good photograph. This is very small. Let me show you what I made then. I made this card, which is just so cute. So on this one, this is the die, and I did it kind of a monochromatic white with that polka dot. And it's a mini slimline. Let me give you the measurement of the mini slimline. On a 110-pound card base, 3.5 inches wide, 9 centimeters by 6.25 inches long, 16 centimeters. Yay! For my international friends, I'm giving a little bit of centimeters, if I remember to. So this is a mini slimline. The typical mini slimline is 3-inch by 6, but you know, just like the bigger slimline, you have range. It's okay. Whatever looks good to your eye, pleasing, or works for your composition. And in this case, I'm working with this base die, which is just so adorable. This dots cover plate from Photoplay. I tell you, these Photoplay dies are like, and they have this in both. So this is the die. Look how nice that is. And they have this in both the regular full-size slimline and the mini. Yes, I have both. Don't say nothing. And I just love it. As a matter of fact, this was, another one of those things that I saw on Jennifer McGuire, and I was like, gosh, that die is cute. So yeah, it's a cutie. And this remember this? I had hauled this recently. Again, Photoplay. I'm telling you, I'm kind of liking Photoplay. This stamp though, this is from my stash. I believe that's my favorite things. So there is a coordinating stamp to go with this U set from Photoplay, but I didn't bother with that. I just wanted this cute, fun, loopy U. First you ink blend, then you die cut, and you can pop these flowers on top of the existing florals here. That's what I did here for dimension. I like that with this set. Alrighty. Okay, so let's start off with how the flowers start. And the first time I used this, of course, I made a mistake. You have to line up the stencil with the orientation of the flowers. And I had made the florals this way. Well, I actually started off with the leaves first, and I made the leaves this orientation when it actually should have been this orientation. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I saw a video with Jennifer. She made a mistake the other day where she did the same thing. She worked on the stencil first, then put the die, and then the die wouldn't fit. So she cut it from the bottom. So instead of, here's the florals. Instead of it fitting like this, it was fitting like so, you see? So she put the die underneath the image and cut it up into it from the back. I'm just letting you guys know that this can happen, because it happened to me first time when I was using this beautiful little stencil set here, and I was like, are you kidding? Because on the back, they do give you a breakdown, which is nice. They tell you, I wish this was all smaller, this part, and then this part bigger, where it's leaves first, then the other part of the leaf, then the blooms, and then the little tiny centers. It's laid out here in the back. And you can always go on their website. They always tell you that you can go on their website if you need more help. And it's only 2 stencils. When I was doing this, I totally destroyed my wonderful favorite silicone mat. Painful. Painful. Now, you guys saw that I had hauled a silicone mat from scrapbook.com. That's in white, right? I am definitely not using that white mat in this application. The inks, it's a combination, I believe, of I believe this is Altenew ink, but you see what happened when I was working with it? You can see all the colors here. I'm using rubbing alcohol and it's still not coming out. So this now is for when I'm using dye inks that stain. When I use Distress Oxide, no staining. All this time I was doing all my backgrounds on scene building. No staining whatsoever, no matter the color. And then I come on here and then this happened. So on the white, it definitely will stain. I'm keeping this for that purpose. But I'm going to also try while we're here. In Hobby Lobby, they have this ink blending mat. So I'm thinking maybe I can use this on the white background. I'm going to see how this works. It's $2.99. Let's give it a try. Oh look. It's just acetate. Why did I buy this? I thought this was something. It's just acetate, really. Okay. I didn't know it was just acetate. Now that I'm touching it, I'm like, yeah, this thing is just acetate. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. So I would put it on top of this. This We Are Memory Keepers silicone mat. I bought this at Joann's. I'll also link it at scrapbook.com because they finally started carrying it. Maybe I could put the ink. Let me see. Maybe I would do the ink, the dabbing here, and keep the stencil. It's a thick acetate, but you could use packaging too if you think about it. I did not know it was that. I mean, I can see it was acetate, but I thought it was something a little different. I was curious. Alrighty, let's see now. Let me get my dye and... Okay, you see what I'm talking? This is down. See? I'm putting the dye face down where the paper would be here, like so. That means the stencil. This is the stencil up. See, that was the thing. I didn't see any markings or any numbers. That's just a little pause that you have to do. Get the die facing down. Some inks. Some of these inks that like to stain. And I'm using my Strathmore Bristol Smooth Surface for ink blending. Remember that I got this on clearance. I had some before, but I got some more on clearance at Hobby Lobby. Let me just cut a piece. I'm going to just eyeball it. We're just making a card with some ink blending. Yeah. So starting with these leaves first. You go lighter to dark, and then the more intricate would be the darker color, and the lighter color is the less intricate of the leaf design. And the same thing with the floral. And you'll see it here. See how it goes lighter and then darker? Same principle. Okay. And I'm using my Altenew blending brushes. That's what I'm using, the minis. I like to keep my mini cube inks in these little Tim Holtz mini trays. Let me go with my green combo that I like is Altenew Lime and Altenew Fresh Leaf. This is the combo that I like. And the floral, I think I'm going to go, let me go a different colorway. Let me go Passion Fruit, Coral Reef, in Pink Fresh Studio. And for the center, let me go this Marigold. Let's see how this works out, okay? Alright, so I'm gonna turn it like so. Now, I would take my favorite purple tape. I actually have a piece here. Don't you love that? I'm like rolling out and I realize, wait a second, don't I have a piece hanging on? I just stick it on the side of the table and it's ready to go. I tell you, I bought this thing months ago now, and it's like I have 2 rows of it. I have that roll and another roll upstairs, and they're both pretty much still full. Because you can use this over and over and over again. Alrighty. Let me see. What color is this? I believe it's the light green. So I got all my little small ink blending tool from Altenew. I have another pack here because I have to redo my pink, but I will link it below. Let me see. Is that the right green? Yes. Okay. I'm going to dab it off here and just blend. And you can use the brush one too, but sometimes I find for this size it becomes too big. And when I'm working with the dye ink, I don't get the wrist pain, the heavy wrist pain, like when I'm working on a bigger scene. By the time I start to feel anything, it's like, oh, it's done. I don't have to worry. Now let's go with that darker green. So that was lime, and this one now is fresh leaf. Peel it off, look at that. Yay. And then, oh, here it is. Okay, now I'm just lining it up. Lining up the stencil. Take your purple tape, and at this point, if you want, after I do this, I can clean the stencil with a little rubbing alcohol and a microfiber cloth. I found a whole pack of microfiber cloth like this. It comes in gray, pink, and green, a whole bunch at a good price. Amazon. So I will link it below if you don't have to keep buying one or two like what I was doing. Because I use one to clean stamps. Now I'm gonna use it to clean stencils. So the ones that I use for stamps, I wouldn't use here for stencil. Wouldn't want any excess stuff getting on it. Okay, here we go. Look at that. You see how, look how quick that went on for the dye ink, and I'm done. I don't have to sit here, you know, blending like a crazy person, and just lift it off. Yay, instant gratification. Then you clean this. The pinks, I realize, do stain. You can wash them with a little bit of mild soap and water, but you don't have to. I like the alcohol ink. I realize a few crafters have been suggesting that. All right, so this is the one now that it goes for. All righty, crafters, so you have to orient this. That's a good thing when you have this photograph here. See how you want the leaves here? Leaves here, and then that flower. So right here. And it doesn't make any sense that you mark it on the top or something, because once you wash this, everything that's here is going to wash off. And if you use alcohol, it will definitely rub off. I was thinking of using a Sharpie to, you know, make a notation, and I was like, nah, it ain't going to work. Put my purple tape. Purple. Purple. So there is 4 stages here. The light color, the darker color. I think there's another, like 2 sets of darker, and then that center, so I may have to go into another one of these. Alrighty, let's go into this. Alrighty, so I'm tapping off on this acetate thing from Hobby Lobby. This is serving purpose for that. That's about it though. And here I go. I'm going both ways. Tip that I learned from Jennifer McGuire. She says go both ways to get into those nooks and crannies. So I'm like, okay, I'll give it a try. Seems to work. Helps with quicker shading too. All right, so this is like a kind of a nice corally color. This is going to be a light color here. And, oh, pretty. And lift. That's Coral Reef, Pink Fresh Studio. And all these little cube inks, whether it's Altenew or Pink Fresh, they come in 4. Oh, you know what? I should have been using my ink holder. Why am I not using my ink holder? Oh my goodness, I have it upstairs. Let me go get it. That was too funny. I have this thing upstairs. I was like, every time I'm doing this type of stuff, I have to pull a bunch of things together. I completely forgot about this. Oh, that is funny. I was like, wait a second. Don't I have a holder for this? Because I started realizing I have a lot of ink out here. That's when this comes in handy. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. All right, let's go into the next color. That's kind of pretty, right? This Coral Reef. And see, look at that. I can just look and go like that and like that. I waited for this thing to restock. It came back in stock. A little mini ink holder, and I'm not even using it. That is... Alrighty, let's go into the next color. So I keep this one for the lights in this family, and then this one for like a more... I'm out here on the edge, tapping into that. And I might as well use it, seeing that I opened it. The Hobby Lobby ink blending acetate. I'm still finding that to be so funny. I ink blended this. Ooh. All right. Now I'm going to have to go to that darker color. Nice. Now we're on to the next color. See how it rotates? So it goes from here to here, and then it rotates. Now with Pink Fresh, you get more of somebody holding your hand with this. This one's just a little bit more like, okay, I have to look at the packaging. Oh, look, that lined up nicely. Again, Amazon purple tape, doing its duty. Okay, not bad, not bad. Alrighty, But this is in that same color family from Pink Fresh Studio. And if you ever mix up the colors, like you store your coral reef with your pinks or your yellows, you can always go back to the set of 4, and then you'll know the combination. But I like to store them in here in that combination so I know what is what. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Now look at this. See how this is starting to look like this? That just drives me crazy. Oh, ooh, that's cute. Yeah, I made a little halo there, but that's going to be taken care of by the die. Thank goodness. Or if you don't get the die, then you freehand it. Now here we have 4. That'll go for these 4 because that's actually, look at it. Let me come in closer. This is only for 4 because we have 4 open. So the stencil rotates a little bit at this point. I guess that's to fit the 4 on the stencil. Came back out. Let me, should I do this yellow? Okay, let me try the yellow. Let's see what happens in Marigold. Okay, you can see I've been using this yellow. Yeah, that Altenew kit. Check. Not dark enough. It's not giving the contrast on top of that coral. Alrighty, so let me go with a different color. I have oranges. Let's go with Clementine. See, I have all my inks over here. They're all just hanging out. Let me try this one. It really does hold and keep in order. Alrighty, let's go again. Better cover this up. Cute. This, see all the colors? There you can see it. And just wipe it off with a little bit of alcohol and that microfiber cloth. Ooh, okay. Cute, delicate. See that? I would put some stickles or something else, or maybe one of my Pink Fresh Studio doodads. My gems in the middle. Not that color, but you know, one of them. Here, again, just line it up. See how it lines up nicely? If you made the mistake and flipped the orientation, you'd have to cut it from underneath. I can't be bothered with that. I just started over again. Once I saw that the leaves were off and everything, I was just like, just do it over again. All right, again, Amazon purple tape. It's a gift that just keeps on giving. Sometimes though, it will get cut with the die, just from the pressure and everything. Alrighty, crafters, I cut that on my Big Shot with my Magic Mat. Okay, here. See now, sometimes with the pressure, this is what happens to that purple tape. It does fuse. So sometimes I'll go back to the regular original thermal web purple tape for die cutting. But because I'm here, I'm just using what I have and saving it. I'm dead serious. I'm sticking it right now on the side of the table until it's done. Ooh, there we go. Look at that. And that's the flower, okay? Yay. So then now I had popped it onto that card. I like this color combination. Okay, maybe I wasn't so clear here. I can blend that out. I did tilt it a little bit. Oh, where is my green? Let me come on in. You see, just blend it. It's okay, nobody gonna pay attention to that. And then on the first card, I had this purpley color. This card, I could go like this. Look at that, cute. And I also did blend these, cut it out with the die. The die will pop out each flower when you, no, this die cuts it out. And then I had layered it on, but I could keep it as a single layer, or in this case, I did pop them up with a foam dot. Options. Alrighty, crafters, I just wanted to show you how to put together this little Hill Blossom die set with stencil from Altenew. Super duper duper cute with my messy stencils. I'm gonna clean them. And to pair it with, I love this die from Photoplay. I will link everything below, and I'll have more than one link, I guess, for the Hill Blossom in case you're interested, because it's a cutie and it makes a nice little flower. Alrighty, crafters, until the next video. Stay crafty, my friends. That is cute. And I will link these inks too, seeing that I did use them. Just in case you're interested in this. This is one set and this is an orange, but you could use a different orange. But this is the corals here. And I believe this These purples, I believe this is Altenew. I'll link that too. And the little blendy thing. Alrighty, crafters, until the next video. Stay crafty, my friends. Bye.